Hey everyone, wanted to shoot this quick video on does your follow-up provide value and why your follow-up probably doesn't generate the same kind of results as it actually should be. So what I see with advisors a lot is, in their pipeline, they have a couple of deals that they're working on and they'll say, hey, look, I'm waiting to get paid on this deal with this client here. I'm meant to be meeting with them in this, we've been doing on this date, we've been doing it for 3 weeks, 6 weeks, we have an 8-week later meeting. And what kind of happens when you get to the meeting is that it gets postponed or it gets rescheduled, or someone tells you, hey, look, it's not the right time for me right now. Can we look at doing this maybe in 3 months, 6 months time? And then what happens is, you wait 3 to 6 months. You say, yep, I'll follow up with you in 3 to 6 months. We'll do our meeting then. And in that 3 to 6 month period, the client never really hears from you. The prospect, it's like radio silence. They hear no value from you. There's no information from you. And really it goes from 1 to 2 meetings over here, and there's 6 months of silence, and then they'll get a call, an email, or a text from you saying, hey, you said it would be fine to contact with you on the 1st of June. Sometimes things will be better for you now. Hey, do you want to get in for a meeting? Do you want to close this and start to work together? Now, a lot of the times the clients will put it off more, or hey, look, it's still a bit messy here. I don't know that now is the right time. And the 2 reasons that happens is that one, they've gone cold, is that they don't really want it anymore. When they were going through the process and they were going through the meetings, they were getting really into it. They wanted it. They could see how it could help them, right? And in those 3 to 6 months, they've lost that. They've lost the idea that it can help them. They've lost the idea that this is going to be a really good thing for them, and they don't want it anymore. They've decided that they don't really want to do the process anymore because they're not warm anymore. They don't have the desire, the need, the energy that they had when they were going through the process. And I'm sure all of us can see that. We've been through the process with a client, we've shown them how great it is, and then we come back, 3 months, 6 months later, and they don't want it anymore. And the big reason for that there, and it's my second point, is there was no value provided inside the follow-up sequence, right? So when you followed up with them 6 months later, it went from 2 meetings, nothing, to hey, let's get you back in for a meeting. Whereas when it was that first initial meeting, they probably seen some of your content, they went to an event, they seen some billboards, they actually had some interaction with you prior to the meeting. They were warmer, they knew you, they reached out, or they'd been to a seminar, or they'd seen some of your online content, and they consumed that for an hour, 2 hours at the event, and they're like, yeah, this guy seems really good at what he does. And that's why they were so warm in the meeting, that's why they were so interested. And then there's been nothing for 6 months. Now, how do you get these people to be as warm as they were and come back to you in 3 months? Hey, they'll actually, instead of you having to text them or call them in 3 to 6 months, they'll be ringing you like, hey John, it's the time now. Can we get in for a meeting? Can we get booked? I want to book with you now. The way that you do that is what a lot of advisors lose out on, and it's really easy money, is to provide a valuable follow-up sequence. When someone says, I don't want to hear from you for, not I want to hear from you for 6 months, they're saying, I'm not ready for this right now, I want to do it in 6 months. They're not saying, I don't want to hear from you for 6 months. What they're saying is, I'm not ready to actually sign the paperwork and to do this. You should still be providing value to those people. You should still be, each and every week, showing them valuable content. Hey, there's been some changes in the market recently. It's affecting people just like yourself. Thought you might want to see it. Or there's a legislation change in the tax, or you've got a little quick video, just like this one, going out saying, hey, here's 3 things you can do to bolster your retirement savings or to prepare yourself better for the tax return season. Just little quick clips like this here, or emails or newsletters or anything that keeps them in your pipeline, keeps them warm, keeps them engaged with you and seeing the value and the expertise that you have, is something that when they're actually ready to work with you, then they're actually going to ring you like, hey, look, I'm ready to do this. I want to get back on this. I want to sign the paperwork. And it's by providing value to your prospect in those periods between meetings, that's how you really warm it up. So one of the big things that I do, and I tell all advisors to do, is spend a lot of time on actually communicating and sending value to your leads, your prospects, your seminar attendees that didn't end up meeting with you, radio leads, any kind of lead, any kind of old contact, any kind of data you have on someone who's engaged with your business, who is not currently a client, is an extremely warm market that you need to be spending a lot of your time, a lot of your marketing energy on. Because instead of trying to convert someone to, hey, they've no idea who you are, to, oh, I know who he is, to a meeting, you can take people from, I know who this advisor is, to, I'm going to book a meeting with them. And that's a much shorter and easier process to go through with a prospect, because they know you, they know your name, they know your firm. So my biggest recommendation to all advisors here watching this is ask yourself, do I provide follow-up value? Do I provide value to prospects who don't buy from me, prospects who don't work for me yet? Do I actually continue to show them I'm the expert outside of the meetings? Because inside of the meetings, it's really easy to show a prospect how you're an expert. But do you show them how you're an expert, and do you provide value to these people outside of the meeting process, outside of the consultation? Because that's how you take people who are engaged with your business into qualified clients, into qualified prospects and meetings with you. So if you're unsure about what to do with content, how to build a better content strategy, then you click the link below and you can apply for a call myself, or we'll go through the content strategy that we use and how we actually engage follow-ups, how we actually engage leads, how we provide value in our follow-ups for advisors to their clients. It's one of the major strategies that we use inside the program. You can definitely implement some of these things yourself just by thinking about it, asking yourself, hey, do I provide value? And then thinking of ways that you can actually provide value to them. But if you're not sure how to provide value, you've no real idea where to start, what kind of strategy, how you should implement it over a 3, 6, 12-month period to have a content framework to follow up with your organic leads and your prospects, then yeah, click the link below and we'll go through all of that and whether the program is a fit for you, so you can actually start to do those things in your business and take the low-hanging fruit, the easiest people to convert, and close them into prospects and clients.